guys, welcome to a new video. Today I just wanted to share my opinions on this whole Gabriel Zamora situation. I know that like every drama channel has done a video and has done an incredible job at it. I just wanted to share my personal opinion. If for some reason you don't know what happened, Gabriel Zamora, I know I barely knew who he was either, tweeted a photo of him, Manny, Laura, and Nikita. They were in Ibiza, I believe, and he said, bitter because we're doing so much better without him, referring to Jeffree Star. He then goes on to tweet that he was friends with him, that he was always saying racist things, that he said, now this part I can kind of believe that Jeffree would say, I've had a lot of black dick, so I can't be racist. For some reason, I can picture him saying that. I'm not sure about using the N-word all the time, like Gabriel made it out to seem. And he went on to say, you know, that, like, we only know 10% of the story. There's so much more. You know, Jeffree's, like, horrible, blah, blah, blah. So, with that came the amazing Twitter investigators that found an IG post of his where he used the N-word with an A at the end. He still used it. Eventually, after Gabriel was saying that these were false accusations, and he changed that caption to say he instead of the N-word, he came out with a really basic beauty guru apology. I'm gonna link T-Spill's video down below, along with Beauty Truth Sleuth and Beauty with Ashley, because they all did a fantastic job. And T-Spill has like this really great bit about how to write a beauty guru apology. And it was just the typical, I'm sorry that you were offended, but I'm not actually sorry, but I'm sorry that you were offended. And it was a while ago, and now I'm educated, and now I know not to say that word. And it's funny to me how that reasoning, that excuse in that apology is okay for him, but it's not okay for Jeffree. It's not okay that Jeffree said those things a lot longer ago than Gabriel did. It's not okay that Jeffree used that word after being called the F word, after being called faggot, at two white people. That, you know, he did not use it against black people at all. I'm not saying that makes the word okay. No, not at all. I'm just saying this was long ago, just like Gabriel said his was a long time ago. Now, Jeffree Star says that he's educated and he doesn't use the word anymore. Gabriel says the same thing. But for some reason, it's okay for Gabriel, but not for Jeffree Star. So this just took off because Jeffree Star has a very cult-like following. Everybody was finding, you know, ridiculous things that Gabriel had tweeted and said on IG, and just calling him a hypocrite and kind of going after him, you know, because Jeffree Star stans are kind of hardcore. I am a Jeffree Star fan. I'm looking at this as just the whole picture. This is just like my opinion. But I'm not a real stan to anybody except for like dishwashing liquid because, oh God, she's like the best. So this led me to believe, or led me to think about these four particular influencers: Laura Lee, Manny MUA, Gabriel Zamora, Nikita Dragon. The photo of them and saying, we're just doing so much better without you, laughable. Because if you go to their channels, I mean, especially Gabriel's, he's like basically, his channel's like dying. 30,000 maybe views at the most. Laura, who has millions of subscribers, may bring in 200,000 views, 100,000 views. The content is so awful, like Laura Lee and Manny MUA having a spelling bee, and all they do is go, ah, and laugh really, really annoyingly throughout the whole thing, and just kind of act very stupid. The content is bad, and I'm sorry, but they were better off with Jeffree. I don't know, you know, why Gabriel chose now to speak out about this, but we feel like, a lot of us anyway, think that it's because Jeffree's series has been getting so much praise, so much great feedback. People are seeing him in a different light. He's, you know, videos are trending, all that kind of stuff. And I think it's great that people are going to give him a second chance that may not have been going to give Jeffree a second chance until they saw this series. I think that's wonderful. That's all you can do, really, is give somebody another chance and kind of hope for the best. But Gabriel saying this now just sounds so bitter. It comes off so pathetic, attention-seeking, all of those things. I feel like he said it just to get some attention and take a dig at Jeffree, and it totally blew up in his face, and it's kind of great. Now, these 4 individuals, they rely on PR, they rely on YouTube, they rely on brand trips. That's what they rely on, because Manny's makeup line and Laura's makeup line, that's all I'll say about that. So what's going to happen to these 4 that don't have anything going for them but being beauty gurus on YouTube? Most of which, like, a lot of us are already forgetting about them. People don't even care about them. A lot of people are watching smaller, you know, beauty channels because they're tired of the BS from the beauty guru community. So what's going to happen to them? They're going to just disappear. While Jeffree's sitting there with his many businesses and a makeup line that I'm sure is going to last for a very long time and continue to keep being like trendy and popular and of, I think, pretty good quality. So what's going to happen to them? You know, that's what's pathetic, that they have to rely on these things because, I mean, they are mediocre at makeup at best. And they need the PR. You know, Gabriel needed to apologize for that because, uh-oh, he might not get the PR. He may not get a sponsored video. He may not get a code to shill out, you know? And the thing is that all of these people, they all shill out the same products. They do the same reviews. It's so boring. The content, I mean, it's just like a total, like, snooze fest, you know? And nobody gives a shit. So I feel like because Jeffree has been getting so much good feedback that Gabriel's like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to throw some shade out there at him and try to, like, bring him down. But really, it just brought Gabriel down. It did bring some attention to him, which is what he wanted, but not the kind of attention I think he was seeking. Another issue I have is that if Gabriel, Laura, Manny, if all of them were friends with Jeffree and he was such a monster, he was so evil, he was so racist, why wait until now to say something? I know that people are using the excuse, well, he gets people like connections and he's helped people, so maybe they don't want to speak out. Maybe if he's that racist, if he's like that evil, then don't accept any shit from him. You know what I mean? Like, why would you be with him for years? Why would you have like that friendship if he's so awful? Manny, he even defended Jeffree's little skit video he did a long time ago, saying that that was back before people were like so easily offended. So if that's like the case, then why not speak out? Like, why not say anything sooner? And I feel like just because Gabriel's like, oh, I didn't want the internet hate, so I kept it to myself. Well, what's the difference now? Because you still got the hate for it, you know? I find it pretty disgusting because I know me, myself, if I were friends with somebody that was how they say he is, well, first of all, I don't think, hopefully I wouldn't be, but I would be like, bye, you know, I wouldn't even put up with that shit for a day, you know, and they were collabing together and all kinds of stuff, so it doesn't really make sense to me. I think that it says a lot about their character, that they would just continue to be friends with him and use him for connections and for things like that, knowing that he's some racist monster. So that says a lot about them and where their minds are at and what is important to them. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that, you know, in this process, Laura Lee was exposed for a tweet, actually I have it here, a tweet that said, tip for black people, if you pull your pants up, you can run faster from the police. Yes, good old Laura Lee from wherever she's from. Not to make fun of people from the South, because I love your accents. I'm just saying, Laura Lee in particular, what a shitty thing to say. So people, you know, got a hold of that tweet and were letting her have it. And Here for the Tea had to come out and tweet that she was going to do a video because she believed that there was a lot of misinformation out there. She has since deleted that tweet, but that's the thing. When it comes to Manny, when it comes to Laura, when it comes, you know, to that whole, like, sort of side, she's always going to try to make them look better. She's always going to try to defend them. And I'm really not sure why, if we have all of this misinformation, that she's going to give us, like, the real information. Sorry, I'm not accepting her bullshit. You know how I feel about her. I also feel like, you know, it's just so obvious that she is that way. And someone, my best friend sent me a screenshot of a girl that tweeted at Here for the Tea and said, I read that tweet saying that there's a lot of misinformation out there, as my favorite YouTubers are getting dragged online, so I'm going to try to paint them in a good light without looking like I'm trying to. There is no misinformation. We saw it play out right in front of our eyes. And that's exactly the truth. I mean, we saw what was going on. What kind of misinformation is there going to be? Here for the Tea will likely try to manipulate the situation and say, oh, this was like a joke, or this happened a while ago, or this isn't the same thing, or whatever. Her normal kind of thing. But Here for the Tea replied to that tweet saying, girl, bye. Check your prescription before you come at me like that. That is Sam in a nutshell. Sam, who will reach out to other creators that are doing way better than her and try to kiss their ass, but she's still the same person. So I don't trust her. I'm sorry. I may make a response to her video. I just don't see how or why it's so important for her to try to make these people look good. I mean, I know she's on Manny's dick. It's just crazy to me. I feel like, because all of these people have kept their mouths shut for so long, just keep them fucking shut. Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I mean, there's nothing that they're doing that is trending or innovative or creative or new. They were up there getting the views, millions of views, when they were with Jeffree. And still, Gabriel's getting all this attention because he tweeted about Jeffree. So it's like, you guys still look like you need them, and you guys look like very pathetic, just very sad, you know. I was gonna say, something about, oh, I think that, you know, I think I already mentioned that. I'm sorry, I'm like still so tired. But I feel like they just came off very, I don't know, he came off very desperate. And, you know, I think about his tweet, you know, Gabriel saying, I hope everyone has a great Sunday. I'm in Ibiza, so I will be having a good Sunday. Well, like, good for you. But you're going to be irrelevant at some point on YouTube, because that's just how this platform works. And what are you going to have? Like, a bunch of mediocre makeup videos and nothing. If you had the talent and if you had the creativity, maybe you guys wouldn't have needed Jeffree to begin with. And even using some of his connections didn't really get you very far, because your products kind of suck. They're boring. And I feel like, you know, they're just going to be totally irrelevant one day, and Jeffree's just going to be living it up because he made himself up there. He did it himself. He achieved that success, whether you like him or not. I mean, his success is just insane. And I think that they will always continue to be jealous of it. And I don't know. I felt like he just kind of came off of as an entitled kind of like cunty kid, you know, well, I'm on this brand trip and whatever, you know, not bothered. And now his Twitter profile is just for people that, like, he accepts, like, to follow him. And I'm not sure if it was always like that or not, so you guys have to let me know, because like I said, I never really watched him. I think of him as a sidekick to Laura Lee and Manny, just like Nikita is. And they're all equally annoying. They're all equally mediocre at makeup. They're a carbon copy of the next, you know? And so I just feel like since Jeffree's been getting all of like this great feedback now, that somebody was going to come out and say something, because you got to tear him down. I feel like at this point, and I'm not saying that what Jeffree said, saying the N-word is in and of itself unforgivable for a lot of people. To me, the way he said it, why he said it, who he said it to does matter to a certain extent, but the fact that we have not heard him say it since then is what makes me feel like he has changed. Now, Gabriel acting like, oh, well, now I'm educated and I'm never using that word again. If the excuse is good enough for you, then it should be good enough for other people. If you want people to accept your apology, even though it was just totally for like a PR reasons, if you want people to accept you and your mistakes, and you know, if you own up to your shit and then you want to be forgiven and people to give you another chance, then the same should be said for everybody else. Like, what makes you so different? You know what I mean? I don't know. How could you be friends with someone that you say is that disgusting for that long and not say anything and just not care? I mean, if you're intimidated, I mean, I guess I kind of get it, but if I were friends with somebody that ended up showing their true colors that way, I would be out of there, and I wouldn't care. I would tell everybody, because it would be crazy, and I'd be like, you should not support this person. But waiting all this time, it just seems ridiculous, and it just seemed like a sad attempt to drag him, to bring him down, you know, when he's up so high right now. So, that's all I have for today. Those are my thoughts. I will likely do a video after Here for the Tea puts her video out, because I'm very curious to see what it's going to be like. And if she has some legit information and some receipts and isn't doing her whole manipulation type thing where, you know, how she did that Hannah girl dirty and that Jackie Ina video. If she's not doing that and there's something of substance there and it's just not her defending these people no matter what the fuck they do, then maybe I won't make a video. But if this video ends up being like how we all think it may end up being, then I may respond to it, because nobody else really responds to her bullshit, and I'm kind of sick of it. Not all of my videos will be about her. I absolutely promise. I'm not going to have a channel where she's all Jeffree Star and I'm all here for the tea. I just, you know, she sticks her nose out there and she's like, yeah, I'm going to make a video because you guys have all this misinformation and I have all the real information. And so I'm excited to see that, to see what she has to say. Like I said, I may respond to it. So, yeah, I mean, that's all I have for today. You guys let me know how you think, you know, feel about this whole situation, and what you guys think about this foursome, and just your thoughts in general, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and love and hugs. Bye.